Hi, I'm Elizabeth Meredith. I'm a speaker and author whose story became a Lifetime TV movie this year, whoop, whoop, and a personal coach. Find me at lameredith.com and let's see if we can work together. Now, have you felt this year and more recently, in recent months, like you're sitting in your chair more critical of other people at times? You're letting negative thoughts swirl in your head. Maybe you're doing a little self-loathing and you feel a pervasive sense of hopelessness and exhaustion. Welcome to the club. I feel like this year has been something we looked forward to so much in 2023, 2022 even, going back to work, going back to college in person. Won't it be great, we would tell ourselves as we made it through the lonely pandemic, only to find that we're living in a new normal and we've got to accept that and move forward. So here are a few tips that have really helped me. The first one being, a lot of times burnout is caused by our great expectations. So can we switch some of our sort of ironclad expectations and start rewarding ourselves for our efforts? Let me give you an example. I worked in juvenile probation for 2 decades. I was a supervisor for a lot of it. We used to reward probation officers on their clients' progress. How did their client do with substance abuse treatment? Did they commit new crimes? Were they getting the mental health treatment if they needed it? How were things going with their clients? We applauded probation officers for the success of people that they did not control, but they had an opportunity to influence. Things got better when I started rewarding people for their efforts and reminding them to celebrate their efforts. That's me clapping. It's important because we don't have ultimate control, but we have much to celebrate with what we're moving forward, especially if you're an instructor, a business owner, even a student. Can't always control the outcomes like we wished. Number 2, do continue or try to start developing community, but do it at work or at home in a way that doesn't take extra time. In other words, are there ways that you can do what you were always going to be doing all along, but you can keep moving or start moving? Let me give you an example. I used to like to walk with my supervisor and staff cases with her on our lunch hour. Maybe you don't have a lunch hour, a whole hour, but if you're going to vent with another employee and you have a candy dish filled with M&Ms, bad idea, can you stop that habit or maybe turn it around and ask them to go for a brief walk with you or just sit outside and get a little bit of fresh air? Yes, even in the cold weather. I'm from Alaska. I know cold weather. So what can you do to not add more to your schedule, but to change something around that gets you with someone you care about and yet doing a healthy habit? And of course, I definitely believe in self-care, like movement, yes, walking even, just 10 minutes a day. Let's start there. Let's start reducing a little bit of sugar. Let's see what we can do to inspire healthfulness while in community, because I believe that's the key to accountability and starting to feel better. The third thing that really helps crush the signs of burnout, this will sound strange, but when you wake up in the morning, rattle off 5 things quickly that happened the day before that you're very grateful for. It could be something so simple. It could be, I liked my coffee yesterday. The rain wasn't as bad as it has been. I was able to pay a bill and feel secure about it. I enjoyed the book I was reading, whatever. I celebrate even a small conversation with neighbors sometimes. This isn't to try to wash out negative thoughts. It isn't trying to diminish hard times that we're going through. It's rather focusing on our brain's neuroplasticity and our ability to train our brain. If our brains were meant to protect us, to keep us safe, and that comes back from the old days where we were hunters, gatherers, where we were in a lot of danger, and we lived a very active lifestyle and didn't have the secure homes we do today. Now we need to really work on making sure that our brains are able to see positive things, that we amplify good things that go on, and that we're not simply rolling around negative thoughts. We'll be more likely to reach out for help with others, to be a little bit more social, to be more gracious first with ourselves and compassionate, then to other people. We'll be more willing to look at new solutions to solve old problems. So those are just 3 of the things. Let me know what you think. Find me at lameredith.com. Join me for Persistence U podcast with Lizbeth, if you like. Listen to my guests, stories of survivors and strivers, or let's talk about booking me for your next speaking event. So grateful you're here, and thanks so much.